At 23 off the bench, the Lakers held on late to win 123-115 in Phoenix last night. LeBron added 19 points and 11 assists with just one turnover. And Anthony Davis had a game-high 24 points and 11 rebounds while playing through some shoulder discomfort. So Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard joining us now. I don't know about that Skip. Some telling things there. Chris, I'm going to start with you. Your biggest takeaway from last night?
You mean besides LeBron needing to work on his foul shooting? Keep doing that.
He's going to jump right
Keep
there.
Doing that.
Go
no.
right there.
But that's not it. It's the same as one of my main takeaways from opening night when they lost to the Clippers. The importance of Kyle Kuzma. We saw what he did last night, the 8 points in the fourth, the back-to-back threes in the last 2 minutes. Because LeBron, he's going to go down as one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. But we know his nature is to pass, is to move the ball, is to hit the open man, make the right play. Because of that, he's always at his best when he's got a sniper next to him, a dog. Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, and now he's got Kuzma. And look, Kuzma is not as good as Chris Bosh. Historically, at this point, he's not as good as Kevin Love. But I think this big three, if you want to call them that, AD, LeBron, and Kuzma, could fit together better than both of those big threes.
Wow.
And it's because the roles are more complementary. Because LeBron is playing point guard, and now he's looking to distribute, run the offense, get other guys going. The roles are more complementary. So AD can be himself and just try to score. Kuzma can come in and be himself and just score. Whereas with Bosh and Love, they really couldn't be the best versions of themselves because LeBron and Wade or LeBron and Kyrie were the primary scorers. So Love and Bosh had to figure out, how do I play the third wheel? And they became glorified role players. Now that's no longer the case because LeBron's running the point. So Kuzma can be who he is. That's why those teams, if you look at those teams when LeBron went there, Miami starts slowly because everybody's trying to figure out their roles. Cleveland starts slowly because Love's trying to figure out how to be the third guy. This team has started out great because everybody can just do what they do. So I'm loving LeBron at the point. I think he's getting better and more comfortable every game. And now Kuzma can come in and do his thing.
You are already blessing Kyle Kuzma as the third member of a big three.
If you want to call him that, because he's going to score. He doesn't rebound much. He's not much of a defender.
He is not.
That's why I said he's not where Love and Bosh are individually.
Well, he can push LeBron to play defense, like literally. Right?
LeBron been playing some defense.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about that.
He's been playing some, but I just think Kuzma can come in and score. And the fact that LeBron is primarily a distributor at this point, and he's still going to get you 25 points. He had 7 in the fourth himself. But I think the big threes are at their best. Worthy, Kareem, Magic, when everybody's roles complement each other. And these three guys now, their roles are complementing each other.
Yeah, I would just like to see, look, they have 43 points between the two of them. I think in order for them to see the ultimate success, they need to be somewhere between 50 and 55, AD and LeBron. AD needs to be around 27 points. LeBron needs to be 23 to 25, Skip. And I think, if they can somehow manage somewhere between, 20 and 25 rebounds, they're going to be 15, 16 assists because LeBron, I do feel that this will be the first year he averages double-digit in assists. What concerns me, Chris, is that it's like he's going out of his way to facilitate so early, and it's getting him out of his rhythm. And you notice he struggles late. He's been struggling lately to find his shot because he's gone so long, at least 3 quarters, without looking for it. And then in the fourth quarter, when the game is nip and tuck, he's looking for it, and it's not there. So I just wish he'd be a little more aggressive early. I don't have no problem with him being aggressive late in the ball game, but I want him to be aggressive a little earlier because there have been times that you look up and he got more assists than points.
Oh, yeah.
He had he had took 2 shots in the first quarter when they had taken 22. And Kyle Kuzma, who came in off the bench, had already got up 7. So that's the only thing. But I like what I see. You know what I can see? Glass had them refurbished the other day. See championship in the future.
Do you?
Those glasses, they see that?
Yep.
Wow.
Are those rose-colored?
That ain't rose.
Jeez. Gotta get some of those.
You be hating. You're a hater. Now, he always talk about, Phoenix, they're still Phoenix. But he ain't say that when they beat Clippers.
Right.
And they beat Philly.
I didn't say
Phoenix is
still.
playing well.
And what did the book do? What did Book do to Beverly and the greatest defender that's ever created? He didn't want him Talk about, hey, dog, you remember load management now? I need load management.
Yeah, we've heard that.
So what did I see last night? I saw LeBron James attempt to close that basketball game. He said, get out of my way. I got this. He took 9 shots in the fourth quarter. That's a lot of shots for LeBron in any quarter, but especially in the fourth quarter. So he was not facilitating. He was attempting with all his might to score. And he made 3 out of 9. And then he got sent to the free throw line twice. And he missed the first one on an and one, and then he missed both of the second ones. And he went 0 for 3 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, which is typical LeBron. And the man across from me is in big trouble because he said 75% or better from the free throw line for like 5 cases of Diet Dew.
It's not looking good right now, Skip.
Going to lose
He
that
was
bet.
at 74.
He was at 82 at one point.
He was. He got off to a hot start, but I told you, just wait. And yet, I also told both of you before the year started, the closer for this team has to be and will be Kyle Kuzma. If you want to do it closer with a K, that works for me.
Okay.
Because this guy is absolutely fearless taking those kind of shots. And it's rare that you see a fairly young player be that fearless taking those shots. And he saved LeBron really from himself last night because he made back-to-back huge threes that absolutely tilted this game in favor of the visiting team. They're up, Lakers up 1, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, they're up 7.
Who put him up 1? O'Brien with that old deep 3 and Saric's mug.
One shot that he made.
That doesn't do this, Skip.
Yep. And yet, this game got too big for the Phoenix Suns in the fourth quarter because after they were just crazy hot from 3, they made 3 of 12 in the fourth quarter. And to your point, they did a number on Devin Booker, and this team can defend at a high level. They had a good plan, they had the right strategy, and they executed it with urgency and force and conviction on defense. They are really committed on that end of the floor in ways they were never committed last year under the previous coach.
And they got 3 guys, Skip. They got 3 guys that they funnel you to a side or not. You know, you got to deal with JaVale and AD, and you got Dwight Howard.
The way you beat Phoenix at Phoenix is you have to at least slow down Devin
Oh, you got to
Booker.
slow him down, yeah.
Because he was making 52% of his threes. Last night, he couldn't even get a 3 up in the first 3 quarters. And in the fourth quarter, he rushed 2 threes and badly missed both of them. He hit no 3s for the game. His stat line looks okay, 9 of 18 for 21. But in the fourth quarter, he was nowhere to be found. He scored 2 points in the fourth quarter. And Kelly Oubre, who I've always had respect for him on both ends.
He had been playing well.
He had gone 22 straight games of double-figure scoring, and last night he goose-egged. He got 1 point, but he didn't even get to play in the fourth quarter because he no-showed.
Ever since that trade from Washington, he's been unbelievable. He parlayed that into a big contract.
That's why this team was 6-3.
But he had 22 games, so just imagine O'Brien.
O'Brien
got almost 1,000 games of double figures.
Here's the thing. You mentioned LeBron. It looks to me, he'll take the occasional mid-range shot, but it's essentially at the rim or deep threes for him. You know, and again, that may be getting used to his role as the point guard. He's not getting it at the elbow or on the wing as much, but that's something that's interesting. And he didn't finish well last night at the rim.
Okay, to your big 3 point. You were comparing Kuzma to Bosh and Kevin Love, but I'm comparing Anthony Davis to those two. And Anthony is clearly better than those two to me. All-around player. And so now you got to start doing Kuzma versus Dwayne Wade in his prime.
Here's
my thing, and I think Brian Windhorst wrote an article today comparing the big threes. The difference is this. He talked about Bosh and Love as compared to AD fitting with LeBron. The problem is Bosh and Love were the third wheels.
They were.
AD's the second wheel. The second wheel.
You could argue he's the first wheel.
I mean, LeBron's the best player, I think, still, but AD, you know, he's the leading scorer. So those are the first 2 options. The point is, the second option or the first 2 options with LeBron's big threes have always been able to score. Like Kyrie didn't have to go down scoring. He shot more than LeBron, I think, the last year. And Wade has got his points with LeBron. It's the third guy. So I think the more apt comparison
who has to make the most sacrifices
is Bosh, Love, and Kuzma.
Because you got to realize Kevin Love went from Kevin Love was 26 and 14, and all of a sudden he's an 18 and 9 guy. And in Bosh
big
was,
moments,
Bosh was 2010 for several years
in Toronto.
Yes, and then all of a sudden he's like
he averaged 16 and 6 his last year with LeBron.
Yeah.
So they were glorified role players. And now I think Kuzma doesn't have to make that adjustment. He can just come in.
I'm going to give you this. The chemistry between LeBron and AD, because they had little to no preseason and they had no offseason because LeBron was mostly making the movie.
Yep.
But it's clicking at a high level right out of the blocks. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Because it usually takes a while.
That pick and roll. They can't do nothing without pick and roll.
LeBron's going to the point.
Yep.
I think, look, you're right, Shan. He's got to still some stuff to figure out. But I was watching last night, and I just he's reminding me more and more of Magic.
Oh, yes.
Because Magic could score, but he was looking to set everybody else up. And I think these next 3-4 years, that's what we're going to see more and more from LeBron.
Now they got to blend Rondo in as sort of the backup.
Right.
Yeah, I think he should be the backup.